Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am back after 2 months. It's been a roller coaster. I really had to take time and disconnect from tarot for a little bit in order to get my spirit and energy right, get some things sorted out for myself in order to be in the right frame of mind and space to help people do tarot and so forth. So, but I'm back now, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and sticking with the channel, and of course watching your September 2018 general reading. A lot of my viewers reach out for love and relationship advice, so typically the information I get, if that message request is strongest, will come out love and relationships. But again, see, love and relationships. But again, I'll give whatever messages come out. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I lost, quite a few subscribers when I went MIA. I guess people who either took it personally or whatever the case is. I'm not really worried about that. I'm more grateful for the people that continue to support this channel and want my support. So. Regardless, either way, please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'm just cleansing the decks here. This is the main deck. Here's the clarifying deck here. What's going on, Scorpios? This is the clarifier deck here, so I'll use this to clarify. I'm going to lay down 12 cards for you, 3 cards for 4 weeks in September, reflective of the energies leaving August and July. Like I said, I haven't connected with you guys in 2 months, so some of the things that, some of the messages I might be giving might be things that already happened, or timing is funny with tarot. So either way, I'm going to try my best to translate and understand what energies you guys are moving from and going into. And yeah, let's get into it, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Those cards are feeling super clean right now. I smoke pot, for those that are new. That's not the purpose of this channel. But feel free to, roll up, smoke with me, not roll up. That's your business, okay? I am going to start with the super chats and all that stuff. Like I said, I just got back online, and I'm not accepting any personal reading requests right now, as my subscribers who are already subscribed to me know that I don't charge for my readings, but I need to go through the hundreds that I have already. It's not fair to continue to, accept people's requests when I have a bunch of other requests that haven't been responded to. Okay? So let's get into it. Spirit, please join us right now. I've cleansed the room with the frankincense, and I ask you now to please tap into this reading for Scorpio. We are pulling cards, 12 cards to reflect the energy surrounding Scorpio for the month of September. This is with regards to love, relationships, family, friends, career, personal growth, development, trials, any support that we can give and messages we can give for any of our Scorpios going through any trials or tribulations. Let's support them at this time. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. We are absolutely nothing without your love, unconditional love, and guidance. I went through some stuff in the past 2 months that Spirit really helped me through. So always, guys, take a minute to thank your guides, earthly light workers, spirit angels, whatever you want to call it. They're fighting spiritual battles for you every day. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. These cards, the only reason why I pulled them is because they went diagonal. And they purposely didn't, they wanted to be seen. They both came up upright. This is fantastic. Some of you who are, who are in long-term relationships are going to finally either take it to the next step. Now that could either mean moving in, getting a commitment, getting engaged, maybe even possibly getting married. Some of you might find your soulmate if you've already gotten to a personal place. You know, you've worked a lot on yourself, developing yourself independently, and with that is going to come, you know, the partnership. You're going to attract the partnership that you want. Some of you are attracting that now because the work you put into yourselves. Some of you, you know, some of you who are married are going to reach a certain level of financial security that you've been looking for. So maybe some of you have been, I don't know, flipping houses or made an investment, or, you know, somebody went back to work. That's a good decision. You're going to reap the benefits of that. You're getting yourself, you're only one step away from the stability, the worldly stability that you've been looking for within a relationship, a household, or a commitment. So that's awesome. And we haven't even, I still have to shuffle one more time. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, one more time. Sorry, guys. I hope I don't forget, but I'll try to put in the introduction to start at 7 minutes or so that you guys aren't just sitting there. I like to do this, you know, in front of you guys. You know, I like to tap in. I like to show you guys how I'm tapping in. Some people just lay the cards out. They do this process off camera. Doesn't mean that the message is any less viable. I just personally, that's why I want to do the live, get myself set up for the live readings. I think it'd be a lot better. Okay, ooh. Oh, wow. All right, so I'm going to accept these cards because they're 3, and I'm pulling 3 cards for 4 weeks. So to me, that is a very strong message that we're good to go. All right, Spirit, please provide me with 9 more cards to reflect. No. Sorry. Okay, Spirit. Please provide me with 9 more cards. This is for my Scorpios for September 2018. Any messages that you can provide to them at this time, please do so. Thank you, Spirit. Any words of encouragement, any warnings? Wow. And I say that because of what I just asked. Okay. Spirit, can you please give me 6 more cards to reflect the second half of September for my Scorpios? Spirit, please provide me with 3 more cards. Some of you are leaving. Some of you that are with a fire sign. And the reason why is because it's so specific. Just these 3 cards that shot out, it just seems like a very specific message. King of Wands, Hierophant in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. Some of you are leaving your long-term partner, or some of you are leaving your partner because some of you haven't had enough. I'm not going to say you're leaving. I don't know. Actually, as a matter of fact, looking down just with this specific message, I don't actually see anyone leaving. But what I do see is many of my Scorpios coming to the conclusion, I don't know what happened over summer, that their partner actually doesn't fit in line with their moral beliefs. Some of my Scorpios are walking away from a commitment because they've simply just had enough. I don't know why yet. I'm just saying, that's a pretty clear message, that someone has had enough. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, but the King of Wands upright, it could be your energy. Some of you that have, rising moon, Venus signs in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you might feel that was you. This could be reflective of your energy, not a partner, not a work partner, nobody else but yourself, that you are feeling, you have finally mustered, you finally come to a certain level of maturity, understanding, to realize that either your personal values and the way you look at something, whether it be commitment, your moral compass, that's changed. You've realized now that isn't working for you, and you're done with that way of thinking or feeling, or that way of thinking or looking at something, that belief system. Or you might be feeling that way about someone. So you're questioning whether or not you realize that your moral compass doesn't actually work with somebody, and that could even be on the work front. There could be somebody, a boss. It could be a boss. You might realize, I can't work for you. Wow, as soon as I said that, I got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I have to put this up here because I was very much talking about this, so I'm not going to continue shuffling until. So I see that on the work front, some of you might decide to leave a job because it no longer fits within how you view yourself. You might be doing a career that you're like, you know what, this is actually not reflective at all of who I am. So how that saying, some people, that work is like, it doesn't even feel like work because I love it. You might be coming to that conclusion in the King of Wands energy, saying, this isn't, I'm done with this. I'm done with this institution, i.e. a company. I'm done with this way of thinking, this commitment, a relationship. No longer working together, collaborating on something, working towards, building towards. Okay. And Spirit, can you please give me one more card to wrap up the energy leaving the month of September for my Scorpios? Beautiful, and the timing of it popping out is even better, the Strength card. All right, guys, let's get into this. At the bottom of the deck, I have the King of Pentacles in reverse. But that's okay. Don't get all freaked out, Scorpios. It's not the end all be all. We've got a lot of beautiful cards, even major arcanas in the upright position. Some of the reverse cards we have here are actually very positive in nature. So let's get into it. So for some of you really might be questioning a career path. Some of you might be working on a project and actually questioning whether or not the group of people you're working with you can actually be successful with. And I think a lot of you are at a certain point where you trust your own intuition with regards to the people you're working with, how they look at things, their moral compass. And I think you're very easily, instead of holding a burden of dealing with this and internalizing the frustration and anger that you have towards it, and then it coming out in passive aggression, I see with the King of Wands energy upright that you are no longer allowing that energy to weigh you down or fester in you. You're acting very swiftly, passionately, and powerfully with regards to, even if it's not fully in action, this is a change in yourself. So like I said, I don't know what happened, guys, in July and August. Again, my apologies for the disconnect. But there is something that changed you, matured you, that you went through. It could have been painful, but regardless, we'll get through the clarifications with that. But that changed your outlook quite a bit. And it either has you questioning your own moral compass, how you view things, what your belief system is, what your idea of commitment, is, or if it's external, you're questioning someone else's moral compass, or you're questioning your place of business or career path, or the group of people that you have chose to work with in some capacity or another. Okay? So I see a lot of energy changing for you because you're in this is upright, and then there's three, the Hierophant, Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, all in reverse. So that to me is showing you looking at something clearly and changing your way of thinking in an upright position, which I like. Okay. Going into the second week, mid-month, I see some of you communicating. So for those of you that this resonates with, and haven't acted on this newfound understanding of yourself, I do see you communicating that. For some of you on the work front, who have been struggling with your employer about getting a raise, promotion, and it really has you looking outside, applying elsewhere. I do see some of you Scorpios communicating to your employer communicating to your partner, to your employer, that you want the raise. Or communicating to your employer, that promotion, I believe I should get that due to A, B, and C. Some of you are going to get word. Some of you are going to get communicated to you that you're being... for a very, very small few of you, some of you are going to be laid off from work. You're going to receive a package. So don't worry about that. Like, this isn't like if you do get laid off, it's going to be somehow you manifested this change for some of you. But mid-month, you're going to get word that if it's not you being laid off, it's that you're not getting the promotion, you're not maybe getting the increase that you wanted. For a lot of people, come year end, it's review season. So some of you might have expected to get more and not get more. You might have got just the incremental increase that your province, state, or country, like some of them have the mandatory increase for amount of years there. And then you having that discussion with your employer saying, look. So I do see with this King of Wands energy and this Page of Swords energy that a lot of my Scorpios are really stepping up for themselves, because they've kind of had enough of, it's almost like I let you people run the show and you couldn't, so now I'm going to do it. Because every card between the King of Wands and the Magician is in reverse. So to me, the King of Wands and the Magician is actually reflective of your energy. and you kind of looking at things with this new perspective and standing up for yourself to create change, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in work. Reason why I say it's work is because, I've got the King of Pentacles crowning, Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, all within, the first 6-7 cards. Okay. So those are some of the work messages I get. I do see, for those of you that resonates with regards to, okay, yeah, in July, August, I looked elsewhere from my employer because this wasn't fitting with my either passions, moral compass, whatever it is. There was a change. You started applying elsewhere. Some of you might have actually even applied to, interviewed at a job in late August or early September. You don't get the job, but there's a part of me that thinks you didn't want it. But that's okay, because you have offers come in the late month, which make you feel, ironically enough, regardless of what ups and downs you go through the month, you have two very powerful, bold energies starting and entering your month for you. And I like that a lot. So just keep that in mind, that if you do get some bad news that you didn't get a job that you interviewed for, you might then get reached out to later in the month. You might get reached out to about an offer that was even better, because these offers are pages, and I see 2 night offers come in. So, yeah. For some of you, you might be feeling, a little unlucky on the work side. And all of a sudden, you come out of this self-pity mode because you get a love offer, a more passionate offer. Maybe your sex life increases, or somebody, you find you might get super distracted from whatever, shakeup happened, or, this Page of Pentacles in reverse beside this Page of Wands in upright. It kind of shows me like you're communicated that, an opportunity isn't going to go through, I don't even care, because these are pages anyways, even though these are more of messages. I just do see, what would you rather have, a message or an actual offer of some kind, right? Yes, you might be waiting on offer for work, but then all of a sudden you get you get a little distracted because of your love and relationship side. And that completely changes your energy. You come out of feeling a little, self-pity, and then you realize you actually manifested yourself other good opportunities that spirit actually requires your time for at this time. Doesn't mean you don't need to work, or, if you aren't happy in your workplace, you applied to another job and didn't get it, and somebody new comes in and your social life is picking up, sex life, love life's picking up, doesn't mean that you don't still have this issue. This issue being, I am either in a position dealing with someone, doesn't have to be romantic, or at a workplace, or I'm unfulfilled in some type of way. I'm questioning another area of my life. Like, the work that you have to do in one area doesn't go away just because you're distracted by another. That's why balance is super key. And with the Magician here, and that infinity around her head, that to me is also indicative of balance as well. Right? When I see the Strength card, I think of balance between delicate and aggressive, like many contrasts, but I do see this as balance as well. She would have to be balanced to be able to control such a thing. whether it be emotions, conflict, anything. Okay. For those of you, if you went through something in July and August, some of you are really questioning. Some of you are going to experience a bit of loneliness because some of you cut off, some of you detached yourself from a group of friends. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, with the Hierophant, it seems like some of you are just done with a group of people. You communicate that to them, and then you go into a moment of like feeling a little desolate, but you come out of it super quick because you then manifest the people you do want in your life. And I do include that of being some kind of, love can come from many ways. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. You can let go of a group of friends that feel toxic to you, and then all of a sudden attract healthier friends to you that give you the love and emotional support that good friends should. Good friends that will hit the town with you. You can have a good time. They're encouraging, supportive, protective, right? And then that would make sense why you leave the month feeling this way, because you realize I'm actually pretty strong because all that shit I let go of, or if you didn't directly let go of it, you made it very clear you had had enough. Because I do eventually see you communicating that. And then you realize that by the end of the month that you manifested the new friends, these new relationships, these new offers. You manifested them when you made room for them. I see a lot of my Scorpios really learning about, really becoming a lot stronger, mature. And when I say stronger and mature, I mean more at the way, not your age or anything like that, more at the way you look at your life, yourself as an institution. The Hierophant being the card of institutions and, religions and beliefs and that's why it could be the marriage card, because that's, a commitment under a belief through an institution, right? I see a lot of you guys really changing. That change could have happened a couple months ago, and you guys are watching tarot being like, when am I going to get all the good shit? You just need to go forward. Because you might still have to disassociate yourself with certain people, or communicate to certain people that you've had enough of a certain way that they deal with you, because you've reevaluated to yourself, what is a friend to me? What does a partnership look like to me? This could even be the relationship between your parents. For a small few, I just got a message, for a very small few of you. Remember how I showed you the two cards popped up? It was the marriage card, it was the Four of Rods and the Nine of Pentacles. So, some of you that have two dads, not dads that are together, I mean, it could be two dads that are together, but two fathers, maybe a biological father and then a father that raised them that's getting married. I know that's super specific. There might be a little bit of there might be a little bit of conflict between them with regards to maybe, you know, who's going to walk who down the aisle, who's going to be the best man, who's going to, you know, be the godfather of the kid, who's going to, there might be a little bit of dispute. That could actually be women and mothers as well. Some of you might be having a little bit of conflict between a mother-in-law and their biological mother. I mean, family shit's family shit. Like, I mean, some of you that are getting married, your wedding's gonna be lit. Like, it's gonna be beautiful nonetheless. But I just had that little message there. Some of you might be experiencing a little bit of friction if you're getting married with the parents. But anyways, who doesn't? Okay. All right. Some of you, with regards to relationship, for those that walked away from a partner within the last, 3 months or so, that has been waiting for that new opportunity, that new offer, and they're just like, it's not coming in. I'm not manifesting it. Don't question your ability to manifest the things you want, because from what I see here, it's here. But it was almost like Spirit was like, you shouldn't even be telling them because they know it's here. They know what they're doing. Spirit's feisty, or at least mine is. So, yeah. The positivity, the momentum that you build from the growth that you've had, don't let that mess with you, because don't let not manifesting things right here, right now, mess with your head. Mess with your energy and turn your magician upside down. And this death card, it's funny because it's in reverse. When I see this death card, I feel like it's a message to tell you, like, not all is lost. Like, you're looking at it wrong. I think that you might be challenged slightly. Your energy might be challenged slightly due to a little bit of lack of patience. Maybe something happened that had you saying, you know what, this is, after everything I've been through, this happens, and a little bit of that self-pity, self-wallow, but you come out of it really quickly. And I think you come out of it really quickly because new opportunities arise. And these offers that come in, they actually strip you of a defensiveness that you've maybe been subconsciously walking around with due to, whatever. Sometimes when we're going through a lot in our own self and we're changing and growing, the growing pains get us kind of cranky. So if you've been feeling that a bit, just know you're going to be coming out of that feeling due to some new opportunities that come in. And they're better, right? Because I've got pages and then I've got knights. I mean, which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a message, or would you rather have a new opportunity or a new offer? Sorry, a new offer. Message, offer. I like things. I'm a tangible person. Me, messages are great and stuff, but like I want something. I want something. And if this is going to reflect my energy, I want my energy to be, if it's not at the queen, king level, at least the assurance of an upright knight. I'm too old to be at the page energy. And it's okay to say that if it's not referring to a message and it's actually referring, or children, or, something like that, and it's actually referring to your energy. Seeing a page is a good, especially in reverse. The only page I like to see in people, I mean, everybody has this inner child, but when you're talking about work, You know, you don't want to deal with children or their inner childs. You know, that immaturity. Nobody wants that. But I do see something that's going to spark your interest, or at the very least, have you come out of feeling like this. Because the Four of Swords in reverse is reflective of you coming out of a state of meditation after a time of heartbreak or disappointment or whatever. So I see you really changing your mood because something changes it. Because I do, like I said, I felt these energies, this fire energy in the reading is you, right? This Knight of Wands is looking at the King. It's you. And this Knight of Cups is looking at the Strength, the chick in the Strength card. So I kind of see that as these offers coming to you, and they're coming upright, which I like. I hate knights upside down. Not good. And I think the King of Pentacles in reverse crowning the reading is because I think that's just he'll turn upright once you realize that that the change that you've made has actually manifested you shit. Then the King of Pentacles will go upright right away. For some of you, that King of Pentacles reverse combats with me with the King of Wands. So that King of Wands energy that some of my Scorpios are in right now is combating with possibly this older energy. This older, and when I say older, not in age, like I mean from the past, this old way of thinking. This old way of being unstable or looking at things, you know, negatively, questioning your ability to stand up for yourself with regards to career, work, and I think that you're coming out of that, and by the end of the month, October, you know, I see I would say by mid-October, because it give it at least 2 weeks after the full moon in Aries on the 26th of September. That's a time of like change to me, like tangible shit. Like Aries energy gets shit done. They're like fucking. All right. Spirit, can we clarify the first week? Beautiful. That's coming out of feeling left out in the cold. And I believe you no longer feel left out in the cold because of action you took. You said, fuck this. I'm not going to be out I'm not going to have you people, like, your boundaries changed because the institution of yourself in your mind changed. You questioned it. You made a change. You said, I had enough. I'm done with this shit. And it took you out of a feeling, out of coming out of the cold, but you took yourself out of the cold. Nobody coming back or offering you anything did that. So kudos to you, Scorpio, for getting yourself out of a place of feeling left in the cold. So this is coming out of a time of introspection. So that kind of reflects what I was saying. So prior, a lot of you might have been spending time alone, taking time to think, reflect on certain things, whether it be career or relationship, and then you went into the King of Wands energy upright and then made those changes, addressed those people, you know, questioned those ideals, communicated the ideals that you questioned, communicating about your the time you took to reflect. You came out of it, you came out a different person. I don't care if you questioned your own employer. The institution is your employer. The institution is yourself. The institution is your marriage. You questioned it, you made a change, and it has you feeling better. Has you feeling less alone. And it doesn't mean that it's all peaches and cream, because I do see that there's something in the middle of the month that has you feeling a little down again. But you come out of it really quick because, like with the Four of Swords, because you already spent the time. You're already in the hermit mode for a while. It's also Virgo season. So with the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit in reverse, got a lot of Pentacles here. I see that being Virgo season as well. You know, a lot. You're going to reap the benefits of the work that you did, you know, in the month of September. That's especially for a lot of you that have spent a lot of time inside of yourselves thinking, because the Hermit gets the knowledge. Like the Hermit and the Hierophant, to me, it's like the Hermit became the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is the Hierophant because he was once the Hermit. That's me. I believe that the Hierophant and the Hermit are the same people in different lifetimes. And you going into this hermit mode gave you the fiery, passionate energy to really look within yourself. To take yourself out of feeling left out, mistreated, unfortunate. And when you communicated that, even if it was to a marriage, in a marriage, or to an employer, and you didn't get the immediate response that you wanted, take time. Sometimes when you are if you've been in the hermit mode, just sitting there quietly, passively, and you all of a sudden go into the King of Wands mode, energy, and you're starting like, no, actually, don't believe in that, and I think that is actually farce, and you know what, we should do things like this because this is actually, but you change, you communicate to people your change in thought. I have been working here for this long. I don't think it's appropriate that you promote somebody who's only been here for 2 years, because it will cost you less than promoting me who does the job already, or I shouldn't be training that person when I should have been getting that promotion. That is manifesting the change you're going to see later in the month. And that's why you leave the month feeling super strong, because I think you become very clear, like, I know I manifested this. This is why I did that shit earlier in the month. Okay, this is what I fucking told you people. All right. I got the Nine of Pentacles again. Again. How about the Two of Cups in reverse? And I have the Eight of Cups upright. So some of you in this new way of thinking absolutely walked away from a love connection to pursue something better. Yeah. And if they do come back, somebody else came back first. Because I do see the Knight of Cups here at the bottom. And oh, by the way, I have the Queen of Wands that popped out here. So I do have a soulmate connection that did show up in the reading. With the Two of Cups, even though it's in reverse, that also is indicative of a soulmate connection to me. We did pull the Four of Wands. That is indicative of a twin flame connection to me. Okay. or vice versa. I forget. I think I said it backwards. Either way, I've got 2 sevens that popped out at the same time. You have the 7 of Wands twice in this reading, okay? You guys are really releasing this defensive energy that you might have acquired, having to, when you come out and you're communicating these things to people and you're telling them, sometimes you come off defensive because it's hard for you to say. And I see you really coming out of that energy. I see you coming out of the defensive energy. I think you take time mid-month to kind of reflect on all the change, everything you've done. And in that meditation, you come out of that time and you attract some shit to you. Now, for those that walk away who actually walked away from a connection and was in the hermit mode due to this breakup, which with the Hierophant could have been, a separation, not necessarily a divorce per se, but I would say a separation. And some of you might have separated from somebody that was being really neglectful to you. So maybe your partner was in the hermit mode and you left them, and that made you not feel left out in the cold anymore. Either way, if you address the relationship, and they got kind of, okay, sorry, I got tons of messages in that moment. Okay. For some of you, for those of you that left a relationship, had a separation in the past 2 or 3 months, anytime in the past 2 or 3 months, it could be yesterday, I don't care. You leaving that relationship, like this person isn't just going to let it go. They're going to become quite unstable. This is for a few of you. Some of you for a small few of you that left a narcissistic Virgo or Earth sign. They are really going to test you. And then you're like, listen here, I'm not fucking around. Leave me alone. For some of you that are questioning a marriage, a separation, I do see you walking away. I've got the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles. So this is you walking away from something you invested in to pursue with the faith in God that there is something better out there. But it's funny because, let's just keep that up there because this is this energy. A lot of cards popped out, and that would make sense because I haven't done your reading in a few months. So Spirit wanted to give me a better idea of what had been going on, I guess, over a longer period of time. So those that have walked away from a partnership went into the hermit mode, a time of reflection, introspection, and came out feeling a lot more sure about their beliefs, boundaries, what it is that they want. They then communicated that to someone. Doesn't have to be a love relationship. I just say that because I've got twin flame energy here with the Queen and King of Cups. King and Queen of Wands together from 2 different decks. Twin flames will find each other through anything. So they found each other through the 2 jacks upright. I see that. Listen, guys, I'm finding it hard to get this message out. If there's going to be some time of doubt, just know that the work you put in the past couple of months, it is manifesting. The magician came up upright. You are creating the change, the life, everything it is that you want. Even if it isn't, even if it does require you to walk away. Some of you walked away from somebody that you really loved. Some of you walked away from somebody you really, really loved recently. Yeah. 6 of Cups. And some of you are really struggling because you're like, well, Queen Cup, I walked away and I already know there's no hope there, but I have this gaping hole in my heart. Which would make sense why you would go in the 4 of Swords mode. The 4 of Swords comes after the 3. That's heartbreak. But to be honest, I believe the heartbreak was caused by you because of the decision. Because some of you have just had enough. But please know that that act of love will create change. For some of you, your decision to invest in a relationship is really going to pay off dividends, and it's going to be balanced, which is pretty cool. Some of you that are dating early, some of you that have been alone for a long time, might have met somebody in the past 6 or 8 weeks. The Judgment came up in reverse again. Might have met somebody in the past 6 to 8 weeks and really feel like this is a counterpart. And if you don't, please compare them to your previous partner, because I think you might realize they're your counterpart when you realize how much more stable they are than your last partner. How much more like you. Sometimes we look for people, opposites attract, but they attract until you start having kids and have to pay bills and raise children. Because try raising children with somebody you don't have anything in common with. Opposites aren't so sexy when you're trying to raise human beings. Got the 3 of Pentacles again, and I have it in upright. So yeah. I've got the 7 of Cups again. Oh no. Yeah, I see a lot of emotions here. I see a lot of you did with this 2 of Cups walk away. I think some of you walked away from a verbally abusive partner. Maybe a partner who was entertaining a lot of options. Romantically, even if it wasn't sexually, they might have been online dating and just been entertaining a lot of options. And they might have, for a small P, I see some of you with a partner who has a sex addiction, and they spend a lot of time online. And you struggled with this problem with them for a while and decide to walk away because it's unhealthy. And then after some time alone, meet someone who's oddly similar to you. Listen, I know it's the Queen of Wands and the the King and Queen of Wands. That's fire energy. I know you guys are water, but it doesn't matter. Like King of Swords. So there's that energy. So yeah, some of you are and I got the King of Pentacles upright. Got a lot of duplicate energies here. Some of you did get a divorce. Some of you are signing the paper. Like when I talked about the Hierophant at the beginning of the reading, and I said to you, I don't think you guys got divorced, but maybe just separated. The reason why I didn't think it was divorce was because I didn't have the King here. The King or Queen of Swords, or even a Knight of Swords. You know, now I see that as, you know, some of my Scorpios stood up after a long time and decided to leave a relationship because it no longer, and it was a long-term relationship. I see for this specifically, with regards to divorce, this is people who've been, like, you've got properties, homes, have been together for quite a long time. There's going to be, this is a process. Lawyers are involved. It doesn't mean you have to be a super wealthy, but it is something that involves the courts and your household and your everything you've acquired, your money, your home. With the Hierophant in reverse. Like, the only thing missing would be the Judgment card, and then I feel like I would be able to tell you exactly which direction the Judge would, like, you know what I mean? Like, I do see an actual divorce, in addition to a separation, where with separation, there's no ink involved. Both parties are still have a foot in, for whatever the reason is, whether emotional, financial, whatever, where with this energy here, I see some of you actually going through a divorce, possibly have court scheduled for some time in September. Now, for those that this resonates with, I don't only feel like you're gonna get the settlement you've been. I feel like what's funny is for some of you that this resonates with, this might feel super heavy, and this divorce for some of you, that this actual divorce, you've been separated for a while now. So some of you might have already started dating already, and this heavy energy dealing with the courts, possible divorce. You're oddly, come the end of the month, you're not even really worried about this because you're getting sexual, emotional attention and offers from other people. So it kind of numbs you from this divorce process a little bit, which I'm not going to go into whether that's a good or bad thing. I'm not a fucking psychologist. Whether I'd like to act like I am sometimes. I do see some of those that have initiated a divorce, been separated for some time, and have been available in themselves, coming out of a time of feeling really down, bogged down, and hurt about this divorce, separation, breakup, and going into a time of, who's that? Oh, like you're going to be totally distracted with something new. With the Judgment card in reverse, for those that are going through any kind of I don't, with regards to the court, the Judgment doesn't come out in September. Like, there is no judgment made in September for the few that resonates with. Okay. Like, if for those that are getting divorced and are going to court and right now are in the midst of negotiating assets, children, whether you're, occupied with whatever else that's going on in your life, that's actually going on pretty good. I think the court, the divorce, the legal aspect of it kind of takes a back burner. No decision is made at this time. I just see that the initiation or the process of going through a legal divorce has, or will be initiated, give or take, a couple of months. But I really do see you guys really releasing, really putting your guards down, being a bit vulnerable, having a little bit of fun. And that fun and that ease of that uptight energy that you might have had going through, standing up for yourself, standing your ground, saying you've had enough, you really come out of that, which is really nice. It's light energy. And, I've got the Four of Swords again. right? So yeah, there is going to be a moment where you are going to have to reflect. And if you're in that moment now, know it's a healing moment. Know that, you know, if you feel like you were in this, oh my God, I was just in this energy. I was just in the hermit mode. Oh my gosh, I was just doing the introspection. I was alone. Like, what else? This alone's a little different. You're not seeking knowledge as much as you are healing. Where with the hermit card, you've got to look and dig deep in order to get that lantern. In order to get the lantern in this card lit, that man, that motherfucker went deep. He went deep. And think, oh, well, again, like, I've got to do this again. That was knowledge. This is healing. Nobody's going to offer all this light, fun energy to someone who feels like a dark fucking cloud. Okay, so get out of this energy. Get out of this energy. Like, get out of this, which you will naturally. So don't stress yourself out. Well, how do I do that? How do I do that? It will happen naturally as long as you stay optimistic, which I think you will get some help, because these offers that come in really give you the optimism that you're looking for. And they come in really quickly. Because the last card I pulled here was the 8 of Wands. And I got the 4 again. So some of you might be entering a committed relationship come the beginning, come the new moon, the full moon coming, come the full moon in Aries on the 26th, come the new moon in October. I think that new moon could really be reflective of a new relationship for you. I really do. And it could be work related. But I do see it more of a romantic nature. Even though I know a lot of my Scorpios are really focused on career right now, love might distract you. Love and passion might distract you. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there, guys. It's already been an hour. This is the longest reading I've done. It was really nice to connect with you guys again, you know, in your energies. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys feel proud of yourselves for the work that, you know, you've put in and standing up for yourself, you know, and saying I've had enough, regardless of in what capacity it is. You know, I'm proud of you guys. You guys did good work. And don't get all down if you go back into this place. It's just for a minute. It's just for a minute, because you've got to get your energy right so that you're here. Okay? Don't worry about these. This is old news. New news. Yeah, buddy. Okay? All right, Scorpios, I love you. Have a wonderful September. I'll see you in October, Lord willing. Ciao.